Let's get more on Meta and Microsoft as those stocks are moving right now in opposite directions. Joining us now, Brent Thill from Jefferies. Brent, great to have you with us. I want to tackle the decline that we're watching in Microsoft shares right now. What's behind it? Is it the Azure growth?
Stoppers like Rodney Dangerfield, no respect. It is incredible. The Microsoft numbers were stable. Azure, Office 365, many of the numbers were just, right in line, and it wasn't a blowout. The backlog's really good, but I think this disclosure that OpenAI is 45% of their backlog, it goes back to the situation where can OpenAI achieve these financial goals to pay Oracle, Microsoft, and many of the providers. So I think there's a number of factors that are working against Microsoft. We like it. We think it was a clean quarter. But I think many of these overhangs of is AI going to pay off and can OpenAI follow through and pay these balances is still in the wings. We think OpenAI will. We think the hatred towards OpenAI, it's shocking to me. It's like Google in Q1 last year when everyone thought Google was done because of AI and what it was going to do to their search business. And I think that the same thing is to be said about OpenAI. Like they're not in the position that investors think that they are, in our belief. So,
but Brent, they are in a position of having to continually raise capital in order to meet the obligations. I mean, I guess at bottom line, that is what is at the core of some concerns.
Absolutely. And what I'd say is I think that as long as OpenAI continues to deliver against these financial plans, they will be able to pay these bills. But that again, I agree. It's the concern, and I'm not discrediting the concern. I think the concern is overly concerned relative to what's happening. We saw the same thing with Google at the beginning of the year. So Microsoft, again, I think pretty consistent. And I think the challenge for Microsoft is really what's going on at Meta, at IBM. Look at the numbers at those companies. Meta blew out the revenue number. The guidance in the top line is incredible. The expenses are higher, but they're not as bad as everyone feared. And so, again, you have a company that can do $30 of earnings power, 30 multiple gets you $900 on Meta, pretty easy. And you don't have the open AI overhang. So I just think it goes back to software doesn't have a catalyst because there's so many inflections that are happening outside of our group in other names like Meta, Amazon, Google, all the all the energy names that we cover.
Thanks, Brent. We want to get back to you. I mean, Steve was sort of underscoring the point that you're making in terms of the concentration of the backlog, and that was the problem with Oracle. It's a very different story, though, in terms of Oracle and Microsoft, right? I mean, when we're thinking about the concentration of the backlog, what can you tell investors who are worried about that concentration?
Yeah, for Oracle, it is a big percent of their backlog as well. And what I'd say is that Oracle and Microsoft are two completely different companies. Microsoft's margins are going higher, and Amy Hood has done a great job as a CFO managing and improving margins, holding double-digit growth. And Microsoft is a more diverse business. They have an application business, a security business, an infrastructure business with Azure. They just have more oars in the water. And as we've said, they can monetize AI better than any software company because they've infused AI through each of those layers. And Nadella has done a phenomenal job of leading this. Oracle's coming from behind, right? They needed this $300 billion deal with OpenAI to get on the AI map, and they got it, and it's a great win for them. But Oracle has more potential, in my opinion, a few more hurdles to go through. So I just say, like, Microsoft is always, in our belief, been a more diverse story. Oracle, I think, is also probably underloved and overkicked short term on the fear of OpenAI. Yeah. But they're both swimming in the same pool right now, which is no one's believing that OpenAI can follow through with these commitments. And I think that we're going to be shocked that they probably will be able to. So then these stocks should effectively over time go higher.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Google and Amazon have vastly outperformed the OpenAI complex, however you want to define that, Microsoft, Oracle. Real quick word on Meta, though, Brent. You mentioned it kind of looks good in comparison in many scores. Stock is up. I guess we were ready for the bigger CapEx number?
Yeah, we were ready. I mean, 115 to 135, the Street's at 110. I think what we weren't ready for is Street's looking for 20% growth. They just told you they're going to do 26 to 33.5. So the revenue's way ahead. which should give you confidence that even while the CapEx numbers are higher, they're doing it on higher revenue numbers. So the expectation revision on revenue is way higher than I think anyone thought, and that's why you got the stock up 5%.